Hello everyone, we are going over my gaming selection now. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be showing every game, there is just way too much to show. So this is my PS3 Wii over here. I own a couple of stuff like there's Mirror's Edge, Arkham Asylum, all that good stuff. This is going to be shaky because I'm holding my computer while doing this, so hopefully I don't drop anything. More PS3 stuff. Back here you can see all my Gamecube titles, and I own a lot of Gamecube games. Let's see if I can show you some. There's Rayman 3, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Sunshine, Pikmin, Monkey Ball, Lord of the Rings, Mario Party 4, Resident Evil 4, Wario World. Psychonauts is up here for whatever reason. There's Melee, Sonic 06. These are all GameCube games. I'm not showing off everything because I would be here for fucking ever. And if I were to do that, I'd basically be showing off. So those are my games up here. I will be showing some of my more classic stuff in a little bit. Sorry for the shaky cam, I just don't have the ability to take them all down and show you, and that would cost way too much time, so later. And we are back with the video games. Sorry about all the shaky cam earlier. There was just no way I was going to pull down all those games and show them all to you, especially since they're kind of pointless right now. So let's go on to some of my older stuff. I do own, this is my Super Nintendo from way back when I was little. It still works perfectly fine. Everything works on it perfectly good. Some of the save functions on them have died. That's mostly because of the batteries dying. There is a multi-output, which stands for AV, and also an RF. This was actually broken for a while, mostly because the RF cable that came with it completely just fell apart. I actually found out you can use your N64 or GameCube's AV cables on it, and it'll work just fine. It's amazing how that happens. Let's go over some of my games. I actually own the fewest amount of games for the Super Nintendo. Can I do anything else? Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. This is the one game I have never even gotten, I barely get past the first level. It's like a weird point-and-click thing with a slingshot. And it's damn near impossible to beat because you can't get anything to do the way you want it to. I've never beaten it, never gotten that far in it. One of these days I just need to sit down and just see if I can, now that I'm 20 and can, figure this shit out. But, whatever. Let's see. Turtles in Time, I got this online for about $12. I actually did not own that game for the longest time, but like I said, I went online to go grab it. Sorry, there are a whole bunch of GBA games in here as well. I don't know why they're in this box. Let's see. Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. Or a really bad Street Fighter ripoff, to be perfectly honest. I never got the hang of it. Let's see, F-Zero, which is rather boring, to be honest. I got this at EB Games when they were still selling old classic games for about $3, if I can remember properly. Donkey Kong Country 3 I got when that came out in 1996. So, it's a good game. Not as good as 2 or 1, but whatever. Let's see. I have got Donkey Kong Country 1. This is the one I use for the Brain Scratch Commons playthrough directly off of my Super Nintendo. So what those save files in that gameplay were playing was directly off of this. Save function still works, oddly enough. Let's see, I have got Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. I also got this at EB Games for about $12 back when they were selling them. I have one completed save file on it. I do not like the top-down displays enough to really go and try and do this more, so oh well. And finally, the game I have played more than any other of all time, Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. Yes, this is the one I'm going to be using all for my Mario playthroughs. Lost Levels and Mario 1 were both right off of this. I've had this since I was 4 years old. I'm even using the cartridge case thing for it. The save function obviously does not work. There is just too many games on here. And this thing does not want to get back into its case. Thank you. So, those are my Super Nintendo stuff. I do own a Sega Genesis Model 2. If you need help, USA, yeah, I doubt that number still works. This does not work very well. I can get it to work about half the time. And even then, the games usually don't work all that well with it. Let's see, there's Sega 6-pack, which contains Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, Column, Streets of Rage, Super Hang-On, which I have no idea what the fuck that game is, and Revenge of Shinobi. So it's a pretty good buy. I got this for about $20 online. So you own Sonic the Hedgehog 2 with a very, very nice case for it. I do like this. This is obviously from a rental store, as it has a not for resale sticker thing on it. Ugh. It even came with the manual, and there's an ad for Mickey's World of Illusion on the back. That's actually quite funny. The Sonic and Tails. I do love this manual. It does look good. And oddly enough, in the manual, hold on, let me see if I can get this in a good shot. It shows the original title screen that was meant to happen, but that didn't happen, so nice bit of trivia there. The other thing is that the person I bought this from, put a note card of all the cheats on it, which is funny because I don't know how they found it out back in the day, but not that I'm complaining. Obviously, the cartridge is still in there, very good quality. The only problem I have with this game is that sometimes Sonic will only be able to move to the right, so I can't move left at all, which is kind of funny. See, I have Sonic 3, in an also equally good case, obviously. This is from a store, not a video rental, because there's no resale on here. Let's see. It has the manual. Very good quality of it. It also has an advertisement for the Sega CD, and as well as this really big, it folds out to this big poster of Jurassic Park, for some reason. I have no idea why it does that, but I'm going to put this back because it's a pain to fold back up. There's also the cartridge. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing any recording off of my Genesis because it doesn't work that well. I also have Sonic and Knuckles, obviously. I'm not going to pull it out because it's a pain to get back in here, but you know what it looks like. So that's my Sega Genesis stuff. I honestly don't own all that much for the Genesis. I don't play all that much, especially considering there are things all over the place for it. And the last classic system, I don't own a PS1 anymore. I forget what happened to it, but I do have the games for it, which I'll be showing you in a little bit. I do own a N64. Back in 1996 I got this. I believe... Where is it? It's right here. I do have the expansion pack still inside of it. I lost the thing to get it out, so as well as the original thing, so... Oh, to wells. Actually, probably, of all the classic systems, I own the most for the N64, because even though I owned a Super Nintendo, I didn't play it all that much as a kid. Let's see, let's go over games. Yoshi's Story. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, one of the other few games I have not beaten. I got stuck in one level, I can't remember what level it is, but I've never actually beaten it. Let's see, Banjo-Kazooie. Good game, although a bit of a ripoff of Mario 64. Mario Golf, I remember us playing it with my uncle, and he's really good at it actually, but he could never beat Sonny, because Sonny would always putt from like 40 yards away and somehow get it in. Let's see, what other stuff do I have? I have Snowboard Kids 2 from a Blockbuster. This game does not work. It's the only game I can't get to work consistently. I can get it to work on the rare occasion, but not enough to where it's actually playable anymore. Let's see, the original Paper Mario. Pokemon Snap. What a waste this was. I think we were all just like, oh my god, the Pokemon are in 3D. That's awesome. That sort of thing. Yeah. Let's see, what other piles do I have here? Let's see, I have Diddy Kong Racing. Another good rare game. Let's see, Super Smash Brothers. I actually didn't get this at first. My cousin got me onto it and I had to buy it for myself. Let's see, cruising the world. It sucks, it sucks, it sucks. Pokemon Stadium 2. Gold and Silver. Yes, I was around back when Pokemon first came out. I know my red version is around here somewhere. Most of my original Game Boy games I can't find. If I did know where they were, I would show them to you. Let's see, Star Fox 64. No, I did not use this to record the game. I did it on my Wii's Virtual Console, mostly because I didn't have the N64 at the time. Mario Tennis. Let's see, Mario Party and Mario Party 3. I know I have 2, but I can't find it anywhere. Maybe my sisters have it, I have no idea. Let's see, in the last deck, Mario Kart 64, a launch title. Had a lot of fun with that with my sisters. Donkey Kong 64. that needed the expansion pack. I have never actually beaten this game on my file. I did it at a friend's house. Extreme G. I have no idea what this game is, when I got it, where it's from. It's apparently from Acclaim, but I have no idea what it is. And then finally, the game that came with the system, Mario 64. I will not be using the N64 to record off of, mostly because sometimes it doesn't want to work. Although I will resort to that if I need to. But there's my N64 stuff. I have some PS2 and PS1 stuff I'm going to show you, but that's going to be in a little bit. I got to go downstairs to go record that stuff.